Hello, my ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today I just thought I review Memo Paris sample set that I bought. So if you're interested in some of these fragrances, maybe I can give you some recommendations or at least be a guidance before you purchase. So this is the sample set I bought, and they have different fragrances. They have both the leather fragrances and also some other models and names that I'm going to review today. And so why don't we start with the first most obvious fragrance that a lot of people know and love, of course, and this is African leather. So how does this smell? Obviously it's a leather fragrance, but the thing with this one, for the guys who don't know, don't be afraid if you don't like leather. I'm not a big leather guy as well, but this one is more spicy type of scent. It's more rounded type of fragrance with a lot of cardamom, cinnamon spices, the African savanna type of spices, which is very nice. So this is my favorite to this day from the brand, but let's see how the others compare. So this is a very safe buy if you like fragrances like La Nuit de l'Homme or something in that type of ballpark. Then African leather is a fantastic one, and I'm just gonna record this in one take. I'm not gonna cut this video, so let's see how it goes. So we move on to the next one, and this one is Iberian Leather. It's called Iberian Leather. And how does this little guy smell? This one is a much more masculine type of fragrance, much more leather dominant, I would say, than African leather. Iberian leather is leaning a little bit more to Tuscan leather vibes, in my opinion. So this is for a guy who wants a little bit, it's a pretty clean leather fragrance, but it's not so heavy. It's a very smooth leather, but it's a little bit more masculine and less spicy than African leather. So this is for the more mature man, I would say, that likes leather fragrances. Very good, like this as well, even though this is much better than Tuscan leather and Tom Ford's leather fragrances. In my opinion, much more smooth, less nauseating and stuff like that. We move on to another one, and this is called Irish Leather. Irish Leather, this is called. Does it focus? Yes, it does. I have a new setup here. But okay, Irish Leather, how does this fragrance smell? Is this as good as the other ones? No, it's not as good. I think there's juniper berry in this fragrance that I don't really like, so to speak. I don't really like it. Or is it? They don't say here. Gallop of the wind, they say. This smells a little bit like Galloway or some Parfums de Marly fragrance. Comment down below if you recognize what I mean, or if you recognize the scent profile of this one, because that wasn't the hit for me personally. But if you want something a little bit more different than just leather fragrance, maybe you should check that one out. We move on to Lalibela. This is called Lalibela. Sounds feminine. Lalibela. How does this is a feminine fragrance straight off the bat, or right off the bat. Lalibela, a mystical rose. That's all they say here. A mystical rose. Yeah, I guess that means that's a pretty feminine leaning type of fragrance. A mystical rose. I don't feel the rose smell. I just feel a very sweet type of flowery, floral type of scent that is a little bit more to the women out there, obviously, and not for the masculine man who wants a very powerful and interesting fragrance. This is not for you, I think. This is for your lady instead. So Not a fan of that one. We move into the other one. This is called Marfa. This is called Marfa, this one. See if you can focus. Marfa. And how does this little fragrance smell? Well, we'll see how this smells. Marfa, is this good or not? Very strange, because I don't really smell that much. It's a very faint type of scent, in my opinion. Marfa, they say the eye of tuberose, so there's some tuberose in this fragrance. Very unisex vibes as well on this one. Not a hit. So right now, Iberian Leather and African Leather is my favorites. So we have 2 left. There's 7 fragrances here. And this one is French Leather. See if French Leather is as good as the other leathers here. No, this is like a cleaning product type of scent, in my opinion. It smells a little bit like a cleaning product. Let's see what they say here. French Leather, a rose affair. Okay, so I guess there's some rose in this one and other floral elements that makes it, I don't know why I feel that this smells like a, I was about to say something bad. Yeah. This smells a little bit, I think, like a woman who sell her body, and that's nothing to joke about, because it could be very bad overall. But you know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean by that. It smells a little bit cheap, but not that everyone that sells their body are cheap. But anyways, that one smells a little bit like unclassy vibe, not so posh smelling fragrance, even though it's leaning a little bit woman. It smells cheap. So we go to the last one. Inle, I-N-L-E, Eau de Parfum. It's a very weird yellowish liquid, so be careful if you buy this one to don't spray on your white shirt. It doesn't smell much. It smells, yeah, not so good. I think it's not so good. An osmanthus submerged in a cloud of tea. Yeah, maybe there's a little tea vibe, and I don't really want to smell like tea personally. If you want to smell like tea and you're a man, maybe check this one out. Not a fan, not a hit. So if we're going to summarize this sample pack from Memo Paris, number 1 African Leather, number 2 is Iberian Leather, and the other ones you can just skip, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. There's a lot of better different fragrances out there. But African Leather, one of my favorite fragrances for this type of season, the winter, the cold months. Very good, much better than La Nuit de l'Homme and all the other designer fragrances like Stronger With You and the other bullshit fragrances, in my opinion. Know that a lot of people gonna be mad, but these ones. Most of these ones are not so good, but Iberian Leather, African Leather, the best ones. Thank you so much for watching. See you the next time.